Hello everyone, welcome to CodeWeb Axure tips and tricks number 13. So here today I'm going to talk about dynamic search and sort and repeater list. Here I'm going to tell how to create table with the search, sort and pagination with an example of employee detail. So here I have an example of employee details. So here employee name, designation, office, experience, start date, employee ID, as well as here we have the pagination, so we can see the different pages, and here it will show the number of entries. Like this is the third page, so here it is showing the third entries, and then 2 and the 1. And the next the sort. So while we click on this, it will sort to the ascending order, so that we can set ascending or descending order and repeater, and then search. So I will search here Naveen. So here this is sorted here, and search it is here. So let's start creating dynamic table using repeater with all the functionalities, search, sort and pagination. So we'll create a demo page. So here we'll have the employee name. We can start with the employee ID. Name. Then we can say the city. Same way we'll have this and repeater. We'll just copy this and we'll drag and drop the repeater. So from here we'll delete this, we'll paste that, and we'll set x and y to 0. Now the next we are going to name it like employee ID. So here we'll say employee ID, employee name, then city, joining date, and then experience. So the same we need to create within a repeater data. So here I'm going to add this as employee ID, then employee name, city, then date of joining, and then experience. So if you want, we can add the designation and some other fields also. Now the next going to set the text. So this is the easiest thing. So from here add the target. So like this belong to the repeater, and this is the outside the repeater, so we can easily understand this is employee ID, and it will get highlighted while we are moving the mouse to the repeater element, and while we moving it will come to the outside. So here employee ID selected, and then value. So insert variable or function, this belong to employee ID, say okay. Next, add target, employee name, and here we'll select the value employee name. So next, city. We will add this Item.city, and then joining date. And then we have the experience. So experience and the value. So here value is experience, and okay. So now this is ready. Here we can add the ID. So some company name and along with their ID, so you can have any number also. So we'll have the number of entries because we need to add the pagination. So now this is ready. Now name. And then city we can add here. So this is done. Then the date. So date format we can have that. So we can use this date format. So here table is getting ready. Experience. So any random data. So here entries are ready. Now need to add the sorting, searching, and pagination. So for that First we'll name this repeater, and then we'll have this button, suppose we have this button 1, 2, and this will be like 3 entries we can show. So 1, 2, 3, and then select all, right click, style effect. So while it is selected, color will be something like this, and then font color white, and then say OK, and here we can have the selection group. So this is done, and then we'll have the another, which is entries. So can find out the number of elements, like here 3, and the same we can just will use this, and we'll have a line. So this will be the display. Now next, going to add the search. So for that we'll take this text field, and then we need a sort. So for sort we need icon, here is icon, we can use this. Just use the same icon. So sorting will work on a click. So now select all, and easily we can sort the size. Now just need to move. So this is done. Now the next, I'm going to add the alternate color. So for that we need to make it this, and after that here can use the alternate color. From here we can select this, and then multiple pages, can say 3. So now we'll get just a 3. and then we can add this to the footer. Now the next, assign these values. So while clicking on this, click or tap, set selected check true, and then here we have the repeater current base employee and then 1. So same code we can use this interaction in number 2. Instead of this we can say 2, and the same, just instead of 1 we can say 3. So this part is done. Now this, so select this, and we have to use the set text for the display. So here we'll add case, for display, so add logic, and we can add the logic in a set text. So first we'll say the set text on display, and here function. Now we can add this page index. So here is the page index, so it will come like item dot repeater dot page index, and then we can say by and add the page count. And if you want to add the entries, so you can say this. Okay, so this is done. Now we can remove this border and we can preview. Okay, so here this will move to here, and instead of this, because we didn't add any condition here, so for that reason we are getting as a cases. So this is 1, then 2, and then 3. So here it should be by default selected. For that, select this, and here you will get the show all option selected. So by default it will be selected, and then 2, and then 3, and here also these entries are showing now. So this is the one of the entry, then 2, and then 3. So now move to the search part and the sort part. So for search and sort, we'll have this. First we'll select these all, and then we'll say the selection group, or either we can just select all, and then here we can have the style effect. So selected one will have this color, or we can use any this color. Say okay. Now we need to add the interaction here. So while click or tap, here we'll get this click or tap, and then will add the sorting. So sorting you will get here add sort. So this is the repeater will select, and here it is sorting through the employee ID. So whatever column we have selected, like employee ID, so here employee ID and sorted by number, text. So these all options are there. So we'll select the text and then order ascending. So there is no default, or if we want to add the toggle, so it will be toggle the values and it will be ascending by default. So we'll preview this, and before that can add this set selected this widget true, so it will highlight and we'll get to know which field we have selected. So here employee ID, so it is getting toggling the value in ascending order. So same way we have to add here also for employee name, city, joining date and experience. So we can use the same code, just copy this and paste it here. So we need to change this. Instead of employee ID, we'll use the employee name, text toggle, done. And the same for city. Here we'll select the city, and here we'll select the joining date. So date is there, and then experience, done. So we can preview. So it is working fine. So it is not working, I think. We need to check the joining date. So we have the date. Here we have a table. So here is the date. Yeah, it's right. So next is searching. So search, we can add it, like here text change. So we need to click on this, so this widget. Now the next we are going to add the set text, make it enable. So while we are writing this condition, so we can add this, remove this, add the logic, text on widget this does not equal to text blank. Okay, and then we'll add the filter. So here add filter, select this employee, and then we can name it. And here we'll get the rule. So we need to add the rule. So for that, we are going to search through the employee ID, and this employee ID will have either in lowercase or a uppercase. So we'll say to lower. So here you will get this to lowercase. So this employee ID, then we need to remove. We have this LVR already as employee ID to lowercase, and then we need to add indexOf. So indexOf, and then here we'll have some search value. So this is the employee ID we have taken from the repeater. So then we're using to lowercase dot, so it will call the indexOf, and then we'll add the search value. So in indexOf we'll use the this, because while we are going to type, so it will be an instant, and then we can say text dot the same to lowercase. Through the employee name, so we can have this or symbol, and we can add some other cases or some other search item like an employee name, and we have to repeat the same. So employee name, and then we'll have this to now we'll preview. So here we are going to search. Oh, so some is missing from this filter. Okay, so this should not be there. So now again we'll preview. We'll search. We'll see what is the in the last page. So this is the employee ID. Just copy it. and we'll paste this. It is working fine. So here I have given the search criteria for the employee ID and the employee name. So here I will search Ravi. Yeah, so it is working fine. We will search with the caps. It is working. So here we have this search field as well as entries and then pagination. So it is very easy to have the table with all the functionalities like searching, sorting, pagination, and the number of entries. The result is showing. So suppose if we are going to have some employee ID, suppose we have given A, B, so we can call this the last one. Suppose we have given Z, D. Now we'll preview. So we'll check that. Yeah, it is sorting fine. And any other entry, we can see the here is Ajay. So can say Ajay in caps, or either I'm writing in small. It is sorting. So how is the trick and how it is the entire search, sort, pagination and entries? Please let me know, add your comment. Thank you very much.